All right, we're back one more time, people. We're going to talk about the significance of how you need to set up your business correctly off the rip. And especially what we're going to be talking about is Google. Especially when you're talking about a fingerprinting, biometrics, background check type business, 99% of your customers are going to come from Google. They're not coming, listen, you need fingerprinting, you're not getting on Instagram. You're not, hitting up people on Facebook. You're on Facebook because you're trying to see who birthday it is. You watching people's travel photos, something like that. But that's not where you're going. Google is where your customers come from. People will Google fingerprinting near me, get fingerprinted near me, fingerprint cards near me. So you got to embrace the Google. Embrace it. Yeah. I know it may not be fair, but it is what it is. Okay. So know that your customers are going to come from Google. And the one thing I want to touch on right quick is, I know many people, your fingerprinting business may be your second, third, fourth business. Okay. You may be a realtor, you may be a notary, you may have worked at the hospital, you may be a nurse, you may be an x-ray tech, whatever. Okay. You may be the IT person. I'm just naming off all the different jobs that we've all had. Okay. But listen, even though you have a Google My Business, maybe you have a Google My Business set up for your real estate business, or you have a Google My Business set up for your notary, you need a separate phone number. You need to establish a separate phone number just for your fingerprint business, because you're going to need to set up a totally separate profile in Google for your fingerprint business. The number that you have is already associated with your notary business, or it's associated with your cake business or your cupcake business or whatever, or your hair business. Okay. You need to get a separate phone number. Go to Ring Central, go to Open Phone. We'll have links down in the description below. Some of them are affiliate links, some of them aren't. I don't even know if I have an affiliate link for any of this, but what I'm telling you is get a separate phone number for Google. So, because Google is going to associate that phone number with fingerprinting. It's not going to be associated with anything else. And you want to feed Google so that your phone will ring. And just know about setting up the separate Google services that you need to set up. Like Brandon's going to talk about the Google Workspace and everything, but make sure you get you a separate phone number for your fingerprinting or biometrics business.
Right. Thanks, Auntie. That's definitely needed, for people to hear. Everyone is always like, oh, I just use this one number for everything. Google will let you know that that's not cool, and they will, suspend your business. So you don't ever want to get suspended. It does happen from time to time, but you want to try to minimize that as much as possible. And those are different things that we'll be talking about on multiple videos and within the course and the calls that we'll be doing, is trying to give you all the proper tools to decrease the possibility of you being suspended. But when we tell you that, you have to listen to us. You don't listen to us and get suspended, I mean, that's kind of on you. So with that being said, let's go into Google Workspace. So you want to get Google Workspace to get started off. You want to at least get you a company email address, right? That's your name. So for me, it's BayouCityFingerprinting.com. For Auntie, it's fingerprintsandmore.com. The thing is, it's okay. I'm going to be straight up. Like, I first started with like Bayou City. My very first email was BayouCityOperations@gmail.com. I still have the email address, but that was my very first email, right? Just because I was trying to get started and it was free, and it's cool to an extent, but it kind of, if you like biometrics, this type of business is a very professionally based business, right? Because you have all the big players in the game. And so you want to be able to, you're trying to compete with the big players. And not only that, but just to be professional, it sets you apart when someone sees, let's say, Bayou City Fingerprinting at gmail.com. When you put that all on your website or in all your places, for your citations, that looks completely different from BayouCityFingerprinting.com or info@BayouCityFingerprinting.com. right? That puts an establishment to kind of say like you're more of an established business. And so what you could do when you see that, like I'll tell you for a lot of people too, when I was first getting started, I would I just had one G Suite account, right, from Google Workspace. And so what I would do is create an aliases, right? Different aliases for my one. So I have Brandon at BayouCityFingerprinting.com. But to help you as a small individual, like I would create these different aliases. And then when I would get email inquiries from customers, I would email back from those aliases and they would think it was different people within my organization responding to their emails. So like bigger companies and stuff, when I'm trying to reach out to do, mobile jobs or to get their employees to come to my office, like they were, oh, okay, I'm dealing with a really big company. Like I have a global company right now. They just sent me a contract that I'm reviewing. I need to wait till, my response is like, okay, great, thanks, we'll get together. But I'm waiting for my legal team to get back from vacation. So my lawyer is just a personal lawyer, right? He's on vacation right now, but when he gets from vacation, our legal team will look it over and then we'll send it back to you, right? So it's all making yourself look bigger, and Google Workspace helps that out and also adds professionalism. So to go back to it, I have Brandon at Bayou City Fingerprint. But then I was answering all these emails myself until I started growing and getting other people to help me out and stuff. But then I had info at Bayou City Fingerprint, HR, accounts receivable, you know what I'm saying, contact, but it's all one email address, right? And it's very cheap to get started with Google Workspace. It's $6 per user. As you being yourself, this is going to be $6.
Yeah.
Right. And then you'll be able to have all the different added security features. You'll be able to have where you could do different meeting settings and things like that that are filed into a corporation, so to speak. And then as you grow, you can add other employees if you need to. You already have an account set up for that, for your expansion if needed. But ultimately, it's just going to at least make you look more professional. My biggest thing, and Auntie already know, I want to be professional as heck when I'm presenting my business. And all my staff members will tell you too, yeah, Brandon don't play when it comes to what you're supposed to be dressed, how you're supposed to be dressed. And boy, when it comes down to parking spaces, like do not park in the front parking space. That's for customers. You there all day, do not park in the front parking space. Like that's how much I care about my customers and my business and my professionalism, that I don't want to do the whole, just regular whatever Gmail or whatever, right? So I just want to, and none to knock anyone that's doing that now. Like I said, I had to start that way. I didn't have much money when I got started, and I didn't know no better, right? Like I thought it would have been way more expensive to get a professional email. Now, we're talking about Workspace, but you can also use Office 365 and get a professional email with them too. But we just talking about Google Workspace since we do a lot of stuff to Google anyway. That's just kind of the platform that we use.
Right. Definitely. It's all about being professional, and it don't cost a lot. Like you said, $6 a month per user, you can't beat that. And like you said, you can make all of those aliases. Yeah, we make ourselves seem huge. And, you want to look professional because we have companies now, we're to the point, and I know Brandon has this too, where they send their employees, they send their new employees, and then we invoice them once a month or whatever, however it's done. And so when it comes in, they know they're emailing a company. They're not emailing somebody that may be working out of their house. It gives you automatic credibility, So just know that you need to get your designated phone number. Again, it don't have to be expensive. You can get, a separate phone number. You can even use Google Voice as your office number, Excuse me. It doesn't have to spend a lot of money to get started and to look professional. You can do Google Voice. The voice is free. I will tell you this, you can only have your cell phone number on one Google Voice number. That's why my Google Voice is still on like another company that I have, but you can get Ring Central, you can get Smart Line, you can get, in Smart Line from GoDaddy, you can get, Open Phone. There's a lot of different phone services that you can have that'll still ring to your one phone. Yeah. We're not telling you to get 6, 7 different phones. I'm telling you, you can make it happen with one phone. You can make it happen. So just get you a separate phone number, designated phone number, and get you the Google Workspace where you can have a professional email. You can do Google Meet in there. That way you don't have to pay for Zoom. You can have up to 100 people on a Google Meet, And if you want to pay $12, it'll record your meetings for you too. So there's no reason why you have to spend a whole lot of money to get going in this business. You know, it doesn't take all of that. Again, we've got links in the descriptions, and we'll be doing more videos coming up in the future also. Thank you. And as always, have a blessed day.